Hello everyone and welcome, I'm Fat and Most and this is Chuckle Brothers Drinking Game. Joining me this week is Twitch extraordinaire, Stellardeth. How are you doing, sir?
I'm well. Thanks again for having me.
You're more than welcome, sir. And below me, what's this, the point of introducing you? You're on my channel more than I am. Chris
That's
from Free
right.
Drinks In.
They know me, they love me.
If you say so.
Oh, I do.
Okay, well, we'll just let you go with that one. How are you doing this afternoon, gentlemen?
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Good.
Yourself.
It's 1:15 in the morning. I'm grand. Got beer, got friends, got Chuckle Brothers. What more could I ask for, eh?
A night in the life.
You just have to bring the mood down, don't you? With your perfectly round head. Anyway, what we're doing today, we're going to watch another classic episode of Chuckle Vision. And we're all going to be drinking along to it as usual, following the usual rules of the catchphrases, means you have a drink. I'm not doing shots tonight, I'm just on the beer, so I'm just going to be chugging away whenever I see a catchphrase. What are you guys drinking?
I'm on the White Claw.
Ooh.
Got pretty much the same. Got this 4-point KSA here.
Ooh.
Lighter Kolsch style ale.
Sounds bloody lovely, gentlemen. And I'm
So
just
it's
on
a
the
light
bud.
session.
Yeah, well, bud is light for me. I'm normally doing this with whiskey. So, without
You
further,
put whiskey on your Cheerios in the morning.
I wish I could afford Cheerios. I'm an unpaid YouTuber. I can't
Rounded
afford that
O cereal. You know, white box, black lettering. O ring. No.
shit. Just O-ring.
Circle cereal. That's just the most generic name you could think of.
Yeah, it's probably some shit like that. But no, I just skip the cereal and just have whiskey for breakfast.
Certainly comes in a bag.
Makes up for a growing boy. Right, are we all ready to chuckle?
So,
God, I hope so.
got her good to go here.
Yeah, we have an episode all loaded up. We are watching Series 9, Episode 14, Clowning Around. Ooh, I'll bet you can't guess what this episode's going to be about.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the usual enthusiasm we get from Chris playing this game. I don't know why you keep coming back. Every time you come back, you moan how much you hate it.
I thought we were just having a nice Discord chat, but now I'm getting roughed at Chuckle Brothers. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Right, is everyone ready? 0, 0, 0.
Yeah. Good to go.
Okay.
0, 0, 0.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, you love it. You know you do. It's a good one. The last
At
episode,
least we know ahead of time.
the last episode me and Stella watched, the little one didn't have a moustache, so I couldn't ask my question.
Here we are, Benny. Fancy us being
Now, that's more like it.
Fancy. I must say it was nice of Dan to put our
Okay, so Stellardeth, straight off the bat, with the usual question. Who has the better moustache? The little guy or the big guy?
I think the wee one's got a bit of a better one going on.
Well, whatever.
He is running away with it.
Well, the
Only
little one is more fine and detail oriented.
Looks like you could go for the pirate
sort
one.
of cop-like.
Blacks.
only one person has picked the bigger mustache.
Do you know, I can smell the grease paint and sawdust from here.
That's my new aftershave.
Is it?
It's called Big Top.
After the circus?
No, the bottle's got a big top.
Oh, I'll have to get some of that.
Bob, what are you doing? Go lie down. The dog's sniffing around my plugs, and I don't like that, considering one exploded yesterday. Whooper!
Ladies and gentlemen!
That is a very famous circus ring, that, the Blackpool Tower. Hello! Drink!
What are you doing here?
Dan sent us.
Why, what have I done? Well, he said you were short-staffed and you needed help.
And he sent you?
what do you know about circuses?
What do we know about circuses? Tell him, Barry.
Well, what do we know about circuses?
Tell him about Coco, Chuckle.
Coco. Oh, I remember him. But what had he got to do with you?
He's our uncle. He taught us everything we know.
Did he now? And what happened to him? He changed his name to Drinking Chocolate and retired.
So you see, circus is in our blood.
Well, if
Oh, I
that's
love
the
that
man
gag.
said, I suppose I'm stuck with you. But I'm warning you. The circus might be in your blood, but your blood will be in the circus if you mess things up. Now find something to
Well, that
do.
doesn't
I'm
seem
gonna have a lie
sanitary.
Well, what do you want
Does
us
it?
to do?
I don't know. Sort out the props or paint the ring. Anything.
Yeah, paint
Just
your
keep
ring.
out of my way for a while. Oh, and another thing.
What?
No slacking.
Drink!
Oh, dear.
What was the catchphrase there?
Oh dear, drink!
Cheers.
He didn't.
Hmm.
We'll just have to show him how good we are, that's all.
How are we going to do that?
By starting with the most important thing, the kettle. You go and put it on, I'll make a start out here.
I'll be back.
He walked like he was shitting himself as he walked away. Can't move too much.
Ah, there's a
Don't want it leaking out.
I think they spent a while working on their comedy walks.
They're in here. What's this? Wonder what that's for.
What is that thing for?
Now, where's the mugs?
Come on, Chris, give us a
Drug
filthy answer.
paraphernalia?
There you go.
What is crack pipe?
Imagine the Chuckle Brothers on crack.
Oh, this guy's huffing paint fumes right now. It's gonna be great.
It's hot.
It is, isn't it?
Oh,
How you getting on?
red-handed.
Oh, quick. Hey, Barry, my hand's stuck. Give me a hand. Give me a pull. Pull it. Hey, pull it. Pull it. On
Go on,
three.
he's pulling them off. He's pulling them off.
2, 3. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Right, did anyone see that happening?
Are you all right?
This is no
Gotta
good.
say, it caught me off guard.
To paint the ring and get the props out, but the props were already out.
Not these props. They're for the proper circus. I meant the ones out back. Out back? That's in Australia. I'm beginning to wish I was there with them. Come on, follow me. Hey, I'm stuck. Give me a hand. Hey, I meant help me up.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh, come on, you love these gags.
Now look what you've done.
Oh god, just like 8th grade all over again.
What, did you paint your ass in 8th grade?
No, that was a bad period joke.
what do you think, Barry?
You hardly know.
Stella,
Tied around the waist.
Stella, have you ever accidentally painted your ass?
Notice it. Nobody paints my bottom and gets away with it. And get rid of these props. He's not impressed. Maybe we should have used an undercoat.
Maybe.
Hey, let's get rid of these props. That'll cheer him up.
Yes. Come on, let's sort it out.
Oh.
We're not here to mess about, Barry. Hey, I found a seesaw.
There you go, look at the lovely time they're having.
It's a bit tiring, though.
Really inhaling
Tell
those
you
paint
what,
fumes.
We'll play on that later.
Hey, there's a climbing frame here.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Hey! You're not supposed to be up there. It's dangerous. Come on down immediately.
Come down, Barry.
Come on, Buzzer! Hey!
I like how you see the legs ragdoll out instantly.
You couldn't tell at all it was a doll, could you?
I'm coming down.
Top tier production quality.
Oh, hell yeah.
When people talk about practical effects, they mention Jurassic Park and Chuckle Brothers.
Stand there and
100%,
don't move a
yeah.
muscle.
But what?
I said don't move a muscle. What about a periwinkle? Yes, Dan, I know, but... Well, I know, but why me? It's not fair.
Imagine I'm the only one who remembers when mobile phones were that big.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those walking around even when I was growing up. Just the indestructible Nokia drug dealer phones that you could kick like a
I've
football and
spoken
they'd
to
still
Dan
work.
McMahon,
Oh,
and
everyone
let
had
me
them.
tell you, he's not a very happy man. However, He's agreed to let me give you a second chance.
Do you guys remember your first ever mobile phone?
No more mistakes. Understood?
Understood.
What was that?
Good.
Do you remember your first ever mobile phone? Or cell phone, as you call them?
Yeah,
We're gonna
actually.
put a show on here tonight.
Yeah, I think it was like an LG that was like one of those
Great. Can I play golf?
Oh, flip
phones,
phone.
yeah.
No,
phones.
that's
Yeah,
not
flip phone,
stupid.
and it actually broke
That sort of
from
thing,
that.
stupid.
Like,
The sort of
so I
thing
fair
closed
enough.
it,
tell
it
you
broke
what
the
to
screen.
do, and
Well.
you do it.
That one wasn't tested very much, was it?
No.
Good. Now follow me.
It kind
We've
of
got to
defeated
get
the
set up
purpose,
for the
really. Those
show
flip
tonight.
phones like didn't
Couldn't we use the things that are already there? No, they're much too big.
weren't a good idea.
Mine was a Motorola that had a memory of, get this,
Small show on Earth.
20
What did you think it
contacts or 20 messages, or a mixture of the two.
Follow me. I thought
More than
it
you'll
was
ever need.
we didn't see
Yeah.
any animals.
But could store up to 20 text messages. I mean, how cool is that?
Where are they? Do you know, I've always had an itch to work in a circus.
That wasn't my
That's
first phone, but it was my
amazing.
worst phone. It was a BlackBerry with that fucking touch, that rolling ball. That thing sucked. Oh my god. It
They didn't open it. Somebody else did.
Well, they'll do it.
was like
No.
a laptop mouse
I've
thing,
just
but it
got
was
to sort that
awful.
table out. I'll be back in a minute.
Never had a BlackBerry.
Oi!
Yes.
They're not
Did
great.
you open this trunk?
Keyboard was cool, but
No.
Barry!
that was about it.
Okay, it was me. But I was only looking for the tea things. That says flea circus, not tea circus. You really are the most incompetent person I've met. Am I? It's nice to know I'm good at something.
Can't we just get some more?
You don't just get fleas. Our dog did. You don't understand, do you? These are specially trained fleas. We just wouldn't have time to train them before
Imagine
the
some of the
show.
women Chris has slept with, he'd had fleas up more than one occasion.
Something that's small with
The
skinny
technical
little legs.
term
It
is
still
pubic
wouldn't
lice.
work. I've told you.
And
I
you
wouldn't
hit him with the
have time to
shampoo and it's
train it.
fine.
But what if it was already trained?
Where are we going to find anything that's already trained? Something small with skinny little legs. Get out of it. I'm not doing that.
Get back here. You lost the others.
So, has anyone actually seen a flea circus in real life?
Happy?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
I was gonna ask if those were real.
There. What do you think?
No,
What-
it's
Not very
mechanical.
flea-like, is it?
I don't mean to
It's
spoil
more like a
anybody's
blue bottle.
Well, it's all they had in stock.
imagination, but no, it's just mechanical. There's no
Asking to act
actual
like a flea.
fleas.
You heard him, Barry.
Yeah, bullshit. Next thing you're going to tell me is professional wrestling's
What's
fake.
about? Well, like this. That's no good. You look like a water beetle with an ingrowing toenail.
He does, doesn't he?
We'll have to think of something.
You have to come up with a better thing than that, Stella, to get me.
I can't reach
Flea circuses are real.
I've got it.
Well, don't give it to me. I've had quite enough for one day. I'm going to have to cancel the show.
Oh, you can't do that. Remember what you said? The show must go on.
The show must go on.
Well, somebody did. Can you do anything else?
Explain that to Owen Hart's widow.
Nah. Anything else?
I feel bad for that.
No, that'd never work.
No, don't.
Still went on.
Voice, but
That
I haven't sung for years.
that show should
Don't
never
worry about that.
fucking went on, the cunts.
What about this zip?
I remember that whole thing. Ooh, that was a bad one.
I'm not sure about all this.
Relax. It'll be fine, won't it, Barry?
I don't know. I haven't
Imagine
seen
that
it
was your
before.
front row wrestling experience.
I mean, it's not much to
Watching
Yeah.
Owen Hart impale his chest on a
Even if I've got
turnbuckle.
great voice.
You'll be fine after rehearsal.
Excuse me?
Now, I've got two songs. I've got
When
Singing
Owen Hart
and
died
Dancing.
live on a wrestling
Put on your
show.
Top Hat by Fred Astaire. Which one do you
Oh.
want?
Well, he's already got his top hat
It
on.
wasn't
Well,
good.
shouldn't take it off.
He was coming down from the
As soon as I've
rafters
got
in the
the
blue
hat,
blazer, you
top
mean?
hat
Yeah.
Right. Go and put it on, Barry.
Yeah.
I used to be a disc
What was
jockey.
that, 98?
Yeah.
99.
Many races, though. I'm still
99.
not happy about this. You see, I'm used
That
to
was a
performing
sad
with
Raw
a
the
proper
next day.
band.
You're right behind you.
It
And
was.
I'm not happy with the acoustics either. In that case, we won't let him in. These Russian acrobats are nothing but trouble anyway. I mean sound.
We'll play it through the circus loudspeakers.
Of course.
Of course!
Right.
Now, let's learn the words.
I must warn you, though. My voice isn't what it
Didn't
used
they
to
like
be.
do a Chris Benoit thing before all the details came out about what happened?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Eh.
Yeah, full on Benoit tribute night. And as the police released that, yeah, he murdered his wife and kids, the tribute show was
It's
on.
backstage just
Yeah.
no,
What's up?
cut the goddamn tape.
Hang on, I'm coming up, Barry.
Forgive me, but I had a really bad feeling about that guy to begin with. though
Yeah,
I've never met him.
don't blame you.
Something about that guy did never rub me right. His
Don't
first match
blame
with
you.
Sabu, he didn't really seem to care that he broke his neck.
He didn't, did he?
He looks a lot like my father, actually. The way his face and everything is. Back when my dad used to have hair, he looked a lot like him.
That explains a lot.
Hey, I'm the boy who lived.
Oh, Harry.
Alright, what's going on here now?
They broke the disc.
Now look what you've done.
Because, you know, you go to a flea circus and you end up with a man singing. You're going to be happy,
As
right?
far away from you as possible.
But what about the show?
What about it?
Well,
Probably be too drunk to notice at that point. From wandering into a flea circus.
One small technical little hitch. The whole thing's full of technical hitches. And I'm looking at 2 of them.
I'm assuming you wouldn't have a flea circus in a big arena like that.
The audience the chance of seeing you sing.
Suppose not. But what can
On
I
a
do?
Titantron.
I mean, Top Hat's definitely out.
There isn't a Titantron there.
We have? I'll do it. As long as there's no
Look.
more shenanigans. I want
Roll
you
with
to
the
do
scenario,
everything I
alright?
say when I say.
No.
Understood? Understood. Right. Let's get organized.
Can't say that in a Walmart.
What? Let's get organised?
Oh, yeah. Remember that union talk around Walmart?
Unfortunately, my famous fleas have fled, so we'll have to change the program about. And by way of a change, in front of this wonderful audience, I'm going to give you my version of a song made famous by the great Gene Kelly in Singing in the Rain. Music, maestro, please!
I was hoping for Prince, but...
Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a... Just a minute, stop the music, stop the music!
Well, you
Hey,
join the singing
come
then.
here.
What? What's up?
What's up? Where's the rain?
What rain?
Singing in the rain.
You're just singing the song. There's no.
Well, you've seen Gene Kelly in the film, haven't you?
Yes.
There's lots of rain. You've got to have lots of rain.
Ah, yeah, but he's outside in the street, isn't he, Barry?
Of course he was. I don't care. If I don't get rain, I'm not going to do this song. I want rain.
He wants rain.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Drink.
Got an idea. Come on, over here. Come on, come on.
What?
Get that, Barry.
Okay. Right. To me.
To you, to me, to you. Drink.
To me.
To you, then.
To me, then.
To you. Right, put it down there. That's it. Put it down there.
Steady, steady,
That's
steady.
it.
To me.
Each one count.
To you.
To you, to me.
To me. That's it. There we are. To me. To me.
That was like 3 in a row.
Right.
Now what?
Well, you go to the top.
Jesus.
When he starts singing, you pour the rain on him.
Great.
Right, up you go.
Right.
Go on, right up at the
Ooh.
top.
Whoa, that is not OSHA compliant.
I'm ready.
You forgot the watering can.
Silly me.
Silly, yeah.
Silly me, silly you. Drink.
Go on. Right, take it to the top.
Here I go.
Off you go. Off you go. There. Are you ready?
Ready.
Mr. Ringmaster? Hey, look, we've got it all ready for you.
You sure?
It's all ready for
You
you.
sure I got plenty of rain?
You stand there, sing your song, and you'll get the rain.
Music, maestro, please. I'm singing in the rain.
Hang on, Barry, hang on, Barry. Go, come on, get down, get down.
In the rain.
Go on, down.
Okay.
Quick.
What a glorious feeling.
To you, to me, to me, to you.
Get up there.
I'm
Get up.
laughing
Quick, get up
at
there. Right, whoa,
so
go on,
dark
Barry.
up
Put it over.
above.
What? Hang on.
The sun's in
Come
my
on,
heart,
get down, get down. Quick,
And
quick.
I'm
It's over there now.
ready for love.
Come on, quick, 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 quick,
Let
quick.
the storm
To you,
become
To me, to you, to you.
To you, Barry. To you. Get up.
From
Go
the
on,
place.
again, again.
Come on with the
Fuck.
rain.
Hang on, hang on.
Have a smile on. Where's the rain?
Come down, come
Just
down.
a minute.
Come on.
Stop the music. Stop the music.
What's the matter?
Where's the rain?
I think that's about half a can I just necked then.
It's a song and dance, isn't it?
Yes, well, you see, we've got this big ladder, and what...
Hey, that's the trouble. Get that thing out of the way.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Don't
Oh
you
dear, oh
understand
dear.
it's got
Drink.
lots of rain. You saw Gene Kelly, didn't you? I did, yeah. Dancing along the street and the drain pipes and all the water coming down, you see. All the rain, he got drenched. Of course it did. So now you know what I want, don't you? What? Water.
Oh, he wants water, Barry.
Right. Yes. Lots and lots of water.
Loads of water. You'll get it. Come on, Barry.
Right, okay. Music, maestro, please. Oh! I'm singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. What a glorious
I have a feeling he's not really singing, you know?
I'm laughing at times so dark up the bus.
What do you reckon?
Sun's in my heart, and I'm
What?
ready for
I don't think he's really singing, you know?
let the stormy clouds chase
No.
everyone from the place.
They didn't have the budget for an actor and a singer in this show.
I've a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain. 'Cause I'm singing and dancing in the rain. Hey, no, steady, steady. No, that. Stop the music, stop.
Oh, did he just now realize what was happening?
Yeah, it took him that long to realise there was a bit too much water.
He was really in the zone.
Now they pool wrestle.
It went very well, didn't it? It did, didn't it? I wonder what happened to those.
His suit dried bloody quickly.
Oh no.
Oh, there's no ending song or anything? Oh. Well, that was an abrupt ending.
Please, perfect. It couldn't have ended better.
I tell you what, I'm adamant we have a legit fan here now in Stellardeth of Chuckle Vision. I love you for that, brother.
Again, that was brilliant. That was really funny for what they're going for. It's not easy to do because it's been done so many times.
But that was series 9, so that 9 years into the bloody run, and there was 24 more series. No, sorry, 14 or 13 more series after that. So they kept it
Which
going
was
a
the
while.
one we watched where they were already dead inside at that point?
That was series 21, and they were dead inside, weren't they?
Oh, hopefully they made money while they were doing it, and they got to enjoy it along the way.
Oh, they made a lot of money. They still do.
Sometimes it's about the journey, not about the destination, So
Well, like I said before, they are proper national treasures. They really are. Everyone knows them in this country. Majority of people love them in this country, and they have cult status.
now, Chris, you actually asked me earlier if there was anything that we had like this in our country, and the closest thing I actually thought almost immediately on the first episode was like either Laurel and Hardy or Three Stooges. Would you say that's somewhat correct?
Yeah, I can see the Three Stooges one too. I was trying to think of something more like around the time period too, but I don't. We weren't really like doing that kind of stuff anymore at that point. That was a lot of like our '70s stuff was a lot of like gags like this. Like if you watch like an old Three's Company episode or something, it'll be a lot of like similar kind of jokes, like just double entendres, just stuff like that. But something directly like this, but I don't know. It's hard because they do specific scenarios in each episode, but I don't know. It's kind of episodic because it's not like all that like a sketch thing. It's just I guess Three Stooges is probably the best comparison.
But just the thing with Chuckles, it is made solely for kids. It's not meant for 3 grown men to watch it over the internet while drinking.
Neither was My Little Pony, but here we are. I thought I got the name of it wrong for a second there, but I didn't. I should have just committed.
Anyone ever heard of clopping?
Do you think they had bronies in mind when they were animating that shit? No. Unintended side effects.
So what did you both think of that episode? I know, Chris, you've done several. That was the heaviest drinking one we've done.
I would say it's the best of the 3 I've seen.
Which doesn't say much.
No, it doesn't.
No, that would be your 4th because you've done
News to me.
one on your own, 2 with me and Stace. One of them was a failure, and then this one.
There was two with
Yeah.
you and Stacy.
Yeah, one of them was a failure.
well-
We didn't have one. And Stella, how did you feel this episode went?
It felt almost like it definitely seemed like it was older, or sorry, newer, I guess, would be the better way to put it.
No,
It seemed like it was later on in the series.
no. The last one we watched was series 16. This was series 9.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. It seemed like this one was a little bit more for the time. Like it had they had the live audience there as well to sort of interact with it, that was about the only thing as far as the live action shows in the early 90s that the United States was definitely getting down on, was they were trying to get the audience involved.
Well, that's a
sort of,
complete
in some of
one-off.
these things.
You never normally get a live audience. That's a complete one-off.
You mean with this show? Yeah.
Yeah, with that one episode, yeah, they never normally have live people there.
They tried to give away
It's-
tickets
it-
one time, but they had so many left over that just wasn't worth printing.
No, they do live. They do live shows, but on the TV show, that is the only one with an actual audience set there. And in the future, we will do a live watch-along of a live show.
Oh,
But
It seemed like the later one was more like properly structured, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is why I guessed it was their earlier stuff, because usually sometimes your earlier stuff you have better ideas. So it seemed like almost like the ideas here were a little bit more sporadic.
hey, do anything
That's why
long
I
enough
thought
you're going
it
to get
was
decent
later.
at it. Maybe it took them 16 seasons.
they got there in the end, bless them. But no, I thought that was a pretty good episode. I mean, they do have some stinkers out there, and they do have some good ones, and I thought that was one of the better ones. And it is a really good one for drinking because they go insane on the catchphrases.
At the very end, too, you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was like pretty much just chugged a beer, like just a whole beer itself in like the very last couple of minutes there of that episode.
Yeah, it's a good one. It is a very good
It's
one.
like if the lazy river dropped you off onto the Hulk.
Yeah, you get a few at the start, a lot in the middle, and then at the end it just slaps you in the face.
Those are 100% separate theme parks.
I don't know. I haven't been to any of them.
Ah, well, shit.
Eh,
No, they're the same. Joke works.
Stay
there you go. Joke
stay away
works.
from the freshwater ones.
Oh, are they full of piss?
Oh no, the
No.
no, like the brain-eating amoebas.
Oh,
yeah.
lovely. Well, on that.
They chlorine the piss out of that water. That water is basically half water.
And on that terrifying bombshell, Stellardeth, would you like to tell our audience where they can find you on the internet and what sort of things you get up to?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch just about every day. Yeah, I'm usually doing retro games, but I also do live music on Saturday, and I also have a YouTube as well for demonstrative purposes.
Please, everyone, do go seek out his content. It's really good, really entertaining, and you might just learn something. Chris, I'll ask you the same question, but no one cares about you. So, end of the day, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
I had a joke for that, you fuck. Had it already ready to go. You can find me on a campsite trying to show my penis to minors. No. Fuck off, Chris. No. God damn it.
It's alright.
Leave that in.
Oh well. There you go, another chuckle in the books.